Nana's up. Is she on yet?
Oh, are we live? We're on? Okay, I'm mic'd up. I'm just looking at my messages. Tom's already up. It's 5:23 in the morning in British Columbia.
Tom's awake.
He's awake. It's 8:23 in the morning here in Port Huron, Michigan. We're at the Glacier Point Ice Arena. We're ready for the final game. Consolation round taking on the Arizona Junior Coyotes. Your Pee-wees are, I'm going to say ready for it, but I don't think you're going to believe me. I think they're just up. They've got a couple of cold Fruit Loops into them. They've got some bananas. Parents are sipping their Tim Hortons. We're at the rink. I'm not awake. Not even gonna pretend to lie that I'm awake. But we are here. The OTT Sports Network and Harry Haviland, the last game of the Silver Sticks International Championship here in Michigan. It's been an absolute it's been an absolute blast. I didn't do my warm-ups. Unique New York. She sells seashells. Unique New York. Arnold Palmer. All right, here we go. In the black jerseys, Arizona wearing the ones with a coyote on the front that have a lot more white on them than these yellow racing stripes of your Arvada squad. We're ready to go. We don't have white racing. We got yellow racing stripes, white racing stripes, socks, pants. We got racing stripes. It makes us faster. Whoa. Arvada is at their bench. Arizona is finished their chant. They're coming back out to center ice. Ref's just throwing the puck around. A little bit aggressive this early in the morning. We had this ref yesterday, actually, too. Yeah. Good morning, Tom. I got in your message here. Trying to find out where everything else is. Bobby Joe Galazga up and at him. 8:25 in the morning on the East Coast. Puck is dropped. Arvada picks it up quickly with Ethan coming in on side. Back over to Evan. Evan up against the boards. Back over to Ethan. He goes into the corner, dumping around hard. Anderson forechecking on that. And Arizona behind their net. Coming up the far boards, makes a pass out to center ice. Backhanded up by Bo there. And Milky's out there as his deep partner into his own end. The only other girl I think we've seen other than Lexi is here playing for the Arizona Junior Coyotes. Coming in. Around the far boards, held into the point by Bo. Tipped over to Anderson. Anderson on the far side looking for Ethan. Ethan gets it back over, flips around, takes a shot. Stepped over by the goalie. Working his early morning magic there, flashing the leather, keeping this a 0-0 game. 14:09 left. First period action here. Glacier Point Ice Arena, OTT Sports Network in Port Huron, Michigan. The fans are into this. Everybody went to bed early last night. I stayed up until midnight just to get beat by Seth and Crib. Arizona comes across, walking in, taking a shot, and Wynn pushes that into the corner. Out to the point, Alex across all the way over to Calder on the far boards. Calder across the blue line, kicking it onside, and Nick going in behind the net. Goes down, Alex steps in, goes down. Coyotes pick this up across the blue line and out to center ice. Milo and Lexi on D, back out to the blue line and punched back into the zone. Milo behind his own net, coming around the corner. Over to Alex, back out to Calder. Can't get that one out. In front, 2-on-1. Coyotes stick handle that one and just alone in front and lots of time and space to do it. 13:16 left to go, first period action. Arizona is 1. Arvada is 0. That one was, it was almost in slow motion.
Yeah, that was in slow motion. Yeah. Just had to wait and
Cohen ready to face off here. Puck is nowhere in sight, but they're just staring each other down, eye to eye. Finally, a centerman that Cohen can see eye to eye, not eye to belly button. Into the Arvada zone, tipped out, calling it center ice. They're gonna bumps that one back in. That's gonna be offside. At center ice, Cohen back at the dot. Owen and Jax on D. Owen up off the boards, putting it across the blue line. Arizona into their own net, and into their own net, into their own net. It's been a long weekend for Harry.
Been a long weekend for sure.
My voice is cracking up here. Far side over to Kai. Cohen's just offside. It's been a long weekend for everybody, but I'm going to say we've had an absolute blast. This has been a treat here. We've talked about the opening ceremonies. We've talked about the pool. We didn't talk about the Prowlers game. That was last night. Bunch of the team made it over to the, I think it, Port Huron Prowlers. They're not part of the California Penal League that Rich grew up playing in, right? It couldn't have been much better. Over at the far boards, tipped up a Kai's stick. He blocks that one into the zone. They tip it back out. How is that? What was that?
The neutral zone offside is new.
Neutral zone offside infraction here. Figured out by Milky. I didn't know that rule, but we're learning something new every day. This one's going in deep. Must have been tipped up over the boards or something there. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Evan set to take the draw deep into Coyotes territory. Over to the Coyotes, they win that one out to the high circle and then flipped over to the near side. Chasing it down there is Evan. Off the boards and he goes down to the point. Milky's gonna back up on this one. Him and Bo are going back into their own end. Bo skips over his stick in behind the net. Ethan doesn't let that get past him. Now it's out to the point. Coyotes slap that into the slot. Turn, fire, miss, fire again. Wynn's looking for it. Just misses it out of his glove. That's going to be 2-0. That's going to be 11:54. If we have really only played 3 minutes and 6 seconds of hockey, this is the longest 3 minutes and 6 seconds of my life.
It's been a long 3 minutes.
Alex at the face, one back by the Coyotes. They go across the blue line, setting up in their own zone. Nick into it. He goes down. The Coyotes come the other way. 3-on-3. Make the pass at the point. Tipped into the corner by Bo. Centering pass around, and now Alex coming out. 3-on-2 the other way. Alex racing across the red line, steps across the blue line, dives into the corner there, just trying to make it tricky for the other team to defend him. Gets back up, all the way back out to the point, looking for Milky. Stripped off the puck there and picked up by Arizona. Coyotes dump that one into the corner. Bo and Alex on the far side. Caller up on the wing. Coyotes centering pass. Bo in the corner and Coyotes walking around behind the net. Tipped, and that one goes to the side. Nick's got some energy this morning. Tips that one over to Calder at center ice. Calder comes across the blue line, racing in. Gonna stick handle around. Pushes it towards the front of the net. That goes off the skate, and the Coyotes come the other way. Flip in off a wind stick, picked up by Lexi. Everybody's making changes. Lexi's got some time in her own zone. Coming out with a little bit of speed, flipping it up to center ice. Off this Nick stick, up to Alex. Nick picks it back up to Alex in the slot. Drop past the Calder, and then stripped by the Coyotes, and they come back across the blue line, one-on-one against Lexi. Number 20 walking into the Arvada zone. Steps wide with Lexi pushing him into the corner. He's got to check up on that as Lexi goes and pressures him back. Stripped around. Kai's coming out. Kai's got Cohen deep. Kai trying to find Cohen on the breakaway. Cohen's coming in. Can't get the backhand off, but he still has it, and then he misses the pass. Cohen with his centering attempt there, and there's too many Coyotes in front of the net. They bank it off the boards and back out to Colin. Colin at the high slot. He's got some room. Turns, shoots. Colin buries that one. Arvada's nowhere near being done on this one. Colin puts that one in the net, 2-1 now, 9:50 left to go. First period action here at Glacier Point Ice Arena in Port Glacier Point Ice Huron in Glacier, Michigan, OTT Network, Haviland Sports. Arizona quick to turn this back around, not going to be pushed around, but Colin comes out with it. Colin with that stretch pass looking for Kai. That gets tipped up into the goaltender. Kicks it to the side and then comes diving out of his crease as Kai was collapsing on top of that play. Arizona covers that one up. 9:33 left to go. First period action. 2-1 Arizona against Arvada. This one's deep in the Coyotes' end. They pick it up, put it around, make the breakout pass to the circle. Gonna skate this one out. Looking for the center ice pass over to the far end to Jax. Jax backhands it off the McDonald's sign over to Cohen. Cohen turns, flips that one in. Coyotes pick it up quick, but Jack retreats, gets it. He walks in. Jax turns, shoots. Puck is loose in front. Coyotes get to it first. Turn, spin, shoot it all the way down. Hand comes up. Zebra says tweet. And we go back into the Coyote zone for a face-off here. I said that was the longest 3 minutes. Now this has been the longest 6 minutes. I'm not going to continue to do this, but are they even running the clock?
I don't even know anymore. I gotta check. Let's go back and watch the videotape on that.
Sean Johnson tuning in too. Welcoming you, sports. Oh, I wanted to say OTT Sports Network, but then I started watching the play, and then I was going to call the play, and then I went back to this, but now I should probably go back to the play as Evan goes on the far boards, right in front of his net bench. It's early for me too. Evan's still fighting over there with it. Jack's on top of him with him. Anderson goes around. Anderson gets hung up a little bit. He's got Evan towards the front, shoots that one through the slot, out to the point. Owen claps it towards the front, he gets off the skate. Anderson on the far boards. Centering pass, which is going to be a shot. Hung on to by the goalie. Anderson with that shot here. 8:20 left to go, first period action. Maybe I should have got some Timmy hose this morning. There it is, right there. On your screen, in your living room. Tim Hortons bringing you first period action here in Port Huron, Michigan. Blocker save, kicked into the corner by the goaltender. Calder up against the boards. Nick backing him up into the other side there. Alex couldn't get it out. Out to the point, pinched in by Bo, flipped into the slot. Swiped up there by Arizona, but Calder was at the top of the zone. Back to Milky, stepping into it, over to Alex, or over to Nick, sorry. Alex was in there, not offside. That one's going to be icing all the way down, back into the Coyote zone.
Yeah, I know you like that, but I'm
Dunkin' Donuts? Oh. I don't drink coffee either way, but we are on the river. On one side of the river, there's this flashing Tim Hortons sign. On this side of the river, there's this flashing Dunkin' Donuts sign. It's a rivalry that will never be matched. Dunkin' Donuts versus Tim Hortons. What's going on? Both of those companies have been sponsoring us, keeping our parents awake. Back to the action. Flipped across. Unofficial sponsors. Can we make them official sponsors? I'll give Timmy a call. Or his son or his daughter, his great-grandkid, or who's ever running the company now. Tim Horton's a great Maple Leaf player from way back in the day. For those of you who don't know where that one comes from, and you've only seen Wayne's World and you're used to Stan Makita Donuts out of Chicago, this is the real deal, Tim Hortons. Shot in front by the Coyotes. Back out to the point, they keep it into the blue line. Trickles not all the way out, but there's some parents in the stands that are calling that offside. Milky up off the boards hard. Kept in there by the Coyotes, flipped that one through the crease. Bo chases it into the far corner. Bo gets absolutely taken down. He's got a shoulder hurt. Like, Coyotes, well, the Coyotes got the puck. Now they're going into the corner. Bo got taken hard into the boards there, right in front of the referee. No call on the play, but Coach Jake's going to step out onto the air. That's not Coach Jake.
That's Coach Jake.
That's Coach Jake? No, it's not Coach Jake. That's Coach Dick. That's Coach Dick out there.
Coach Dick kicks a walk.
It was the gray jacket that threw me off. I thought it was Jake. Goes and gets Bo. Bo's holding his shoulder. He's going to go back to the bench. He'll skate that one off. Medical staff of Arvada rushing over to the bench. They're going to get him in the hot tub. They're going to get him on the massage table. They'll be good to go. Everybody's tapping their sticks. It's 2-1 Arizona over Arvada right now. 6:42 left to go. First period action here at the Glacier Point Ice Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. Up off the boards and out to the point. Not all the way out. Sticks that one up over Calder's centering pass. Broken up in front. Over to Kai. Kai to Colin. Colin's coming across. He's got Cohen with him. They come across the blue line. Takes a shot up off the goalie's chin, putting it into the corner and picked up by the Coyotes. They step out. They've got 4-on-2, diving play. Lexi gets into it. Then going to be an offside call there. They've got big time odd man rush. They get just ahead of themselves. Center ice face off here. Cohen, Colin, Kai, Lexi, and Milo on D. Colin at center, muscles his way through that one, steps across the blue line, come in looking for the shot, deflected into the corner. Turns around, fires it in front. Going back checking in the offensive zone, they come back in. Dump it just past Milo. Lexi's gonna go back and pick that one up. Lexi off the boards, over to the corner to Milo. Defense stepping in, pinching, putting that back into the corner. Winger towards up front of the net, still loose in front. Milo out to the point, stopped by Colin. He kicks that across the blue line. Colin across the red line. Colin gets tripped up there and no call. Colin turns, shoots just outside the post. Cohen fighting for it. Milo can't keep that one in. It's back out to center ice across the red line. Arizona back inside Arvada's zone. Kai has it now, the red line. Kai's going to go for a skate with it. He's going to walk this in, drop pass over to Milo. Milo turns, shoots. Was that Colin? That was Milo.
Oh. That was a poster right there.
Into the corner. Evan, fresh off the bench, battling there. Picked up by the Coyotes, still loose in front. They get it not out to the point. Kai's still hammering away. He's out there with Cohen and Evan now. On the point is Jackson Owen. Cohen backhand towards the front of the net.
Yeah, we're not spread out.
Evan behind the net. Evan centering pass, nobody there. Cohen's coming back on it as the Coyotes come across center ice, walking in 3-on-3. Goes through, comes in, takes a shot. Wynn kicks that one over to the side. Cohen behind the net, back up to Evan. Evan flips that to the top of the zone, and it goes all the way out. Resetting at neutral ice. Coyotes backhand that one in. Stepped into Evan. Anderson flips it, goes across the blue line, not too deep. They've come back out to center ice. Up off the far boards over to Jax. Jack's gonna carry this one.
Nice
I don't know if that was a Cirque du Soleil move or a hockey play, but there's 4:06 left to go here. Arvada trailing 2-1, first period action. Final game of the International Silver Stick Tournament for your Arvada PeeWee A squad. Coyotes pick this up, hammered off the board, stumbling it deep in Arvada's zone. Owen's the first one back. Owen backhands that off the boards over to Jax. Jax up looking for Anderson. He flips it out and Ethan's off to the races. Ethan just a bit ahead of himself, drops it over to Jax. He stays on side as he's falling, tries to keep it back in. Owen at center ice. They all get back on. Owen with some dirty dangles at the blue line, tries it again, gets it stripped, and the Coyotes come back out over their own end. Walking in 1-on-2, being forced over to the far side. Drop pass, top of the circle, shot. Wynn reaches across for that one, and it goes into the corner. Back out, center ice action right down below us. Far side, Jax comes up. They dump that in. A little bit of offside action here with 3:14 left to go. Still a 2-1 game.
Let's go, Arvada, you got this!
Is it too early to talk about Ryan's liquor yet?
No, we're gonna get them later.
We're gonna get them?
Are
Oh.
watching. Hey, Dave.
Dave and Anita are watching, of course.
Morning.
Good morning to everybody in Kansas. Helen Parker coming in from BC out on the island. You're up nice and early, seeing that shot come in and hang on to by the goaltender. Helen Parker and Anita Hernandez. Steve and Anita are watching. Go Arvada, go. Yes, ma'am. Tom Haviland, Bobby Joe Galazga, Sean Johnson. Everybody have already said it's early. I know you guys are way earlier out in that west side of the world, but you didn't stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning losing at crib like I did last night in the common room. Bo, smart play over to his D partner and Milky. They get onside on that, but the Coyotes pick it up in their own end. Chased down behind the net by Calder, flipped around over Alex's stick, out to the point. Bo's backing up at the blue line. Off to the side, Nick racing back on top of that one. Nick with the big shot on Win. Win comes up big. Nick sticking out there with Calder and Alex. Milky and Bo on defense. That's Win behind all of them, standing in the crease. Wearing number 32 with the puck dropped in his own end. Out to the point. That one flips across the blue line. 97 over to the far side, 83. The Coyotes backhand that into Arvada's zone. Bo's going in. Tries the little bit of a juke, but the Coyotes get in behind him. Now Bo's pushing around, and Bo gets shoved back. Alex up the board to Nick. Nick coming across the red line, walking in. He's got the D-man turned around. He's going to try and stick handle this one through. Over to the far corner to Calder. Goes into the corner. Flipped up, stepped into by Bo. Calder and Alex. Alex walking out of the corner, coming across the dot with it. Over to the Coyote. Back in. Bo stays in. No one comes out to Milky, who is coming back. Minute 38 left to go here. First period, Nick comes in, shoots. That one goes deflected wide into the corner. Calder on the far side. Up off the glass, back to the Coyotes with a weird bounce. And they get it out of their zone. On the far side, coming across the red line. 3-on-2. Bo with a great job into the corner with him. Over to Milky, that flashy orange lace doing its job around the boards, out to the point. Shot from the point, blocked in front, turned and fired all the way down for an icing call. A 1 minute left to play here. First period action on the OTT Sports Network with Harry Haviland in Port Huron, Michigan. Keep it up, Sandig. Oh, I've got this extension for a reason. Did they shut the heater off?
We did shut the heater off.
Who doesn't pay the bills around this place? I know some guys that dig for that juice that turns the heat on. Can we call them up? Get some gas up in this place? It is freezing in this rink. We're on the Canada side here at Glacier Point.
That's why it's cold.
That's why it's cold. It was colder in here yesterday, but we get better Wi-Fi. Out to the point, Lexi steps up, holds it in at the blue line. Back over to the Coyote quick.
Behind you.
Goes in behind. Cohen gets on top of that right away. Back into his own zone on the back end. Trying to flip that one out. Up against the boards over to Kai. Kai can't get it out. He's lost in his skates. Coyotes keeping it. And then Lexi up into the action. Flipping that around at the center ice. Cohen on the far side. Walking in. Goes around. Colin wasn't going to be able to do anything with that as they were offside. But he gets it back over to Kai. Kai up on the far board, just turns, fires that one in with 5 seconds left to go. The Coyotes pick it up behind their own net. Walk it out through the slot. The buzzer signals the end of the first period here. Arvada trailing 2-1 going into the first intermission. Arvada thinks that they're going to get off cleaning the ice, but they've been used to that for the last few games. No. That's after the second period. Owen was ready to go back. Does he have something fancy hanging out in the locker room? Like he was racing out of here.
Definitely not going to stick around.
Looking to get off, but no. First period is over. The exam after every second period. So that means 15 more minutes of hockey left to go. Wonderful Wi-Fi this morning coming from a Facebook user. How could no? It's on the OT. It's on that one. I don't see it.
Where is it?
It's not there.
Oh.
See, even Katie can't figure out my Instabook.
It's the book.
That's what it is. Facebook.
Faceman,
Faceman. Face-to-gram book. OTTSportsNetwork.com. Follow us live on Facebook. Instabookgram.
Oh, I know why. Probably.
Oh, you know why? You got this figured out?
Because remember I had to shut down the OTT because of too much porn. So.
Oh, the OTT Sports Network was getting a lot of adult content, let's just say, that was being shared on there. Katie thinks it was spam. Some of us were just trying to make an extra few bucks. I mean, got to do what you got to do here. The OTT doesn't pay my bills. You know who does, though? Doubletree here in Port Huron, Michigan. One more night and we didn't get kicked out, so we're shouting them out for letting us stick around.
This period sponsored by the Bridge to Canada.
This period is sponsored by the Bridge to Canada. What's that bridge called?
Blue Water Bridge.
Blue Water Bridge. It does say Bridge to Canada, though. There's a sign that says Bridge to Canada, stay left. Blue Water Bridge. That is the view just outside our hotel, though. It's not that clear and sunny. But second period has started. Evans coming across the blue line, trying to get that towards Ethan in front. Gets caught up in the Coyotes skates, dumped in, icing waved off into the Arvada zone. Owen throws a shoulder there. Player runs right into it. Owen still battling behind the net. Hammers that one over to the far side. Coyotes trying to center it. Picked up by Evan on the far boards. Tips that one out. Held in by the Coyotes. Over to Ethan. Ethan with the big sauce action up over to Anderson. Jumps over his stick. Jax gets it back over to Anderson. Anderson coming across the blue line. Pinches that one up against the board. Still has the puck coming out of the corner. Takes the shot. Saved by the goalie and behind the net. Around the far side. Held in there by Owen. Into the corner. Ethan fighting for it. Ethan centering attempt to Anderson behind the net now. Ethan again all the way out to the point to Jax. Jax turns, fires. Blocked by the shaft of the stick. In front, Anderson still has it behind the net. Circling. Can't get it out. Finally, the Coyotes clear the zone. Owen over to Jax. Jax tips it up off the boards. Ethan collects at the red line. Finding Evan. Evan racing in. Takes the shot. Puts it up into the chest of the goalie. He's still fighting for the rebound in the corner. Ethan helping him out. Centering to Anderson. Spins at the top. Coyotes flip that one all the way out. They're going to call that as icing. All the way down it goes. 13:21 left to go here. Second period. Arvada is trailing by a goal. It's 2-1.
Nana said feed is good today.
Heat is good?
No, feed. The feed
Oh, the feed is good. Yeah, Nana said the feed is good. That was Nana who said that? All right. We couldn't see. Our feed's not good in here. We couldn't tell who said that. We're getting word from the crowd here. Scott saying Nana said the feed is good. We got like double super secret internet today.
No, you can't talk about that.
We're not telling anybody about that. No. We're going high level payoffs here. We can't talk about it on the air. There's a hockey game being played here in front of us. Arizona picks it up at the blue line, dumps that one up into Arvada zone. Bo pushes him up against the corner. Coyotes come in, trying to center that pass, broke it up, and then kicked back into the corner. They walk that one back out to the point. 97 comes in, takes a shot. That's blocked by Bo. Over to Calder on the far side. Calder's looking to break this out to Alex, coming across center ice. Alex walks across to the red line, gains the blue line, takes the shot, but just puts that one wide. Nick flips it off the boards, picked up by the Coyotes, stepped into by Calder, turns, fires that one towards the net, and the Arizona team walks it out, trying to center that and come up Main Street, but picked back up and into his own end. Retreating is Bo. Bo can't get that one out, backhands it out. Alex picks it up at the blue line. Alex coming across, he's got Calder on the far side. Calder walks in, coming across, looking to get a shot off, decides to take this one wide. Centering pass stripped off of him, and the Coyotes come out of their own end. Bank it up. Get in behind. Milky now back checking. Over to Wynn. Wynn grabs that one. Alex. Alex came in a little bit after the whistle, but it's all right. Clearing out the crease.
Oh wait, someone's checking in from Thailand.
Someone's checking out what?
Thailand.
Someone's from Thailand.
Someone's checking in from
Hello
Thailand.
from Thailand. That's got to be Auntie Charlene Haviland.
She's still in Thailand.
She is still in. Like we were talking. I'm allowed to say Puckett, right?
Yeah, you can say Puck.
Okay, I can say Puckett on the air. Enjoy in Thailand. We do have viewers worldwide right now. Shot on net. Arvada turns that one around, clears the zone. Welcome, Charlene Haviland. I can't see you on there, but I don't know anybody else in Thailand at this point in my life. Across to center ice. Milo in. Kai gets up. Back over to Cohen on the far side. Cohen off the boards. Up to Kai. Picked up by the Coyotes. Out to center ice. Bank it up to Lexi. Lexi trying to push it back over to Cohen. He gets that one. Kai gets back on side. Cohen gains the zone and is turned around real quickly. Back over to Cohen. Can't dump it in deep, but the Coyotes are now going to take it behind their own net. Coming around. Up on the near boards. Kai doesn't want it. He leaves it there for Milo. Comes over Milo's stick. Arvada's going to get a penalty here. They take the shot. Wynn gets a pat on that one. Somebody's getting a tripping call. Which one is it? I didn't see it. Is it? Oh, Cohen. Cohen sees it. Cohen's going to go off. He's going to see the gate here for 1 minute and 30 seconds with 10:52 left to go. Arvada's trailing by 1 here in the second period. Now they've got a penalty to kill off.
Heat's back on.
Heat's back on. Harry's going to step over here. Got the extension on my mic. Leave Katie over there in the Arctic Circle that is the corner of the bleachers. Made some calls to those wonderful people in oil and gas. They turned our heaters back on. We can stay warm in this barn. Arvada on the penalty kill is kept in by the Coyotes. They come into the circle, take that one, flip it just out to the side. Anderson backhands behind the net. Anderson going to chase this one down. Coyotes to the top, take the shot. That one goes wide, off the boards and back out to the point on the far side. 97 off the boards, dumping it into the corner. They're trying to get set up on this power play. Flipped out of the zone there by Evan. Not all the way down. Great play, killing some time off this clock. With 48 seconds left to go in the penalty kill. Off of Anderson's skate. Backhanded in. Owen in behind his goal line, around his net. Off the boards, ringing it around. Held in at the point by the Coyotes. But stopped there quickly by Anderson. He can't get on his horse. Arizona gets back on top of it. Now they come in 4 on 2, 4 on 3, 3 on 7, 9er. Did I catch a 9er in there? Far side, Owen takes a swing, misses at that one. Up over the boards. Arizona pounding it into the corner. Got a guy in front, trying to backhand that one over to him. Gets knocked down by Jax, but back out to the point. Looking to take that shot. It's blocked. Ethan blocks the shot. Ethan picks that one up, coming in wide. Oh, Arizona gets right back on top of him. 97, skating like a McDavid out there. Gets on the back check, knocking that away from Ethan. As the penalty's over, Cohen steps out of the box, 5 on 5. Cohen up against. Ethan hits his player up against the boards. The player's still down right here in front of us. Held in at the point by Jax. Jax comes in top of the circle. Player gets up. Good to see he's okay. Calder gets a piece of that one. It comes down. Wynn stops it, and Bo picks it up in his own end. Bo circling around, looking for the breakout. He's got Ethan at center ice. Ethan's coming in. He's got Nick with him. They're making a change. Ethan wants another shot at it. They get back on top of him one more time. Back checking that one into the corner. Over to the far side is Nick. Nick centering pass broken up. Nick gets it back again. Nick at the top of the circle, right across that. Goes through the house, and anybody that curls knows what the house is. Bo into his corner. They check up on him. Back out to the point. Kelly with a shot. That one goes wide into the far side. Milky flipping it up to center ice. Waving that one off. Now Calder realizes it's waved off. He's going to chase that down. Goalie hangs onto it, does 3 push-ups, builds up those biceps, and he's going to have a face-off just over his shoulder with 8:06 left to go here in the second period. End-to-end action here. Both teams looking to get more goals. What was I going to say there? I had a whole idea and then I completely lost it. It's up to Bo to keep that one in. He goes over to Calder on the boards. Calder back out to the point. Milky slaps that one in. Flipped around by Nick. Nick's going to push this over to the corner. Doesn't quite keep it in. That goes back across the blue line. It's going to be offside. Alex looking to get back into that one. Bouncing puck. Forces the offside face-off. Alex, Nick, and Calder out there with Milky and Bo. Nick picks it. Nick trying to walk through. Nick saves it at the blue line, dumps it in far for Alex. Alex goes into the corner for it. Coming across is Calder. Back out to the point to Bo. Bo steps in, holds this one. Flips that wide, looking for the tip, but nobody's there. Out to Milky. He's coming back into his own zone, hammers that off the boards. Alex is just up in front of the play. Couldn't get it over to Nick. Now Calder's back inside his own blue line, fighting for it on the far side. Milky gets it on his blade, walks across the blue line. He's got Alex up in front of him. Milky's going to turn on the Jets, go for a wheel here. Coming in wide on his backhand into the corner. Keeping up with this play. Spins back around. Look, didn't know if he wanted to pass it or wrap it around. He keeps that puck onto his forehand, takes a shot from the top of the circle. Goalie can't hang on to it. Puck is still loose. Nick had it behind the net. Calder steps over, or that's Colin now, sorry. In front of the net. Arizona makes a tip. Goalie makes a pad save. Nick out there now with Alex and Colin on the change. Nick into the corner. Nick behind the net. The Coyotes forcing him in behind their own goal line. Nick's coming out of there with it. Picked back up by the Coyotes. Cohen comes off the bench. Cohen's behind the net. Back over to Nick. Nick's turning, looking for the pass. Coyotes body him off that puck and come out of their own end. Lexi gets a backhand on it. Coyotes are going to be offside. Milo came in throwing a shoulder into that play, but it's going to be whistled down offside with 6:17 left to go. Second period. Arvada is trailing 2-1.
Keep it up, Black.
Cohen at the face-off dot. It's one back by Arizona. Coyotes at center ice. Flip that one over. Cohen was pressing in. They walk across into the Arvada zone. Spin it back to the top of the zone. Back over center, and Colin was just ahead of him, but now Colin's racing in. 22-on-22. Takes a swing at that. Colin with the backhand puts it off the side of the net. Looking to center to Kai. Kai with the backhand towards Cohen. Jumps over his stick. Picked back up by the Coyotes. Coming out of their own end is number 20, skipping across the red line, dumping it in. Off of Lexi's tape and over to Milo. Milo off the boards over to Kai. He can't get control of that one. And the Coyotes keep it in. Going to the far side, Lexi's going into the corner. The Coyotes backhand that one out to the point. Rip the clapper, that one goes wide. And they pick it up behind Arvada's net. Back out to the point again, shoveling it back into the corner. Kai and Cohen digging for it. Coyotes step out, backhand around. Wynn makes a save, and they kick that back out to the point. Another shot, tipped in front. Caught up in some skates. Lexi gets that one out.
Spread out.
Tipped into the corner by Colin behind the net. Over to Kai's side. The D-man's pinching in on that one. Dumps it back into the corner. Lexi with her blade, ripping that one around to the far side to Colin. Colin's got some room here. Shovels that one up to Cohen. Cohen across center ice, gains the blue line, pushes that ahead, gets it a little bit ahead of himself, tries to take a poke at it, gets asked not to do that. Why is he going? Are you kidding me? Wow. Cohen goes, pokes at it before the whistle. Gets punched in the face for his efforts, and then gets a penalty. Coaches aren't happy about that. I don't think the fans are either, but I'm not wearing the zebra costume. I'm not going to say much more on that. I got respect for those guys, but sometimes they don't always get it right. Coach John just having a conversation, keeping it cool, keeping it collected.
Keeping it. Let's go. Bing bong. Let's go. It's not a timeout.
All the way down into Arvada's zone. For this one, Ethan's doing some laps out there. Arvada's going to be on the penalty kill here for the next minute and 33 seconds. 4:44 left to go. They're trailing by 1. Face off deep in their territory. Out there to take this one is Evan. Evan loses that one over to the point. They go across the blue line. Walk in, looking to take the shot, centering pass over to the far corner of the Coyotes. Backhand that one in behind the net. Walking out in front. Tips that one back off the back pad of wind, puts it in the net.
That's on you, bro.
That's going to make it 3-1 for the Coyotes here on the power play, which some of the fans here aren't too happy about. I can say that I agree with them, but I'm not going to say that because I'm a neutral commentator, right? It is what it is. 3-1 Coyotes over the Arvada players here with 4:29 left to go in second period action. One back by the Coyotes. They put that up across the red line. In for Jax. Jax up off the glass. Doesn't get it all the way out. Held into the blue line by the Coyote player. Coming in, trying to center this one off. It goes in behind the net. Comes out to the pinch and D-man and dumps that one in. Stopped in front. And then pushed off over to the side by Evan. Again, up the boards looking for Anderson. Anderson pushed it to center ice. Ethan trying to stick handle around. Ethan comes across the blue line, push into the corner. He's got Anderson in front. Anderson goes behind the net. Evan looking for the front of the net, picked up by the Coyotes as they walk out of their own zone. Coming across the red line, can't bang it past Jackson. They get it in there, but Ethan gets back on top of it first, coming out of his end. Ethan gains the zone, going wide. Trying to center that one. It's deflected in front to Evan. Evan still loose in front under the goalie. Anderson on top of it. 22 comes over to say hi again. No penalties on that play. Whistled down, face off in Arvada's offensive zone with 3:26 left to go here. Second period action, 3-1 Arizona over the Arvada. We talked so much. We got to talk about that in the intermission when they're zamming the ice here. We got to set up some kind of poll here. Arvada needs a name. We talked about it yesterday at lunch. The Flying Squirrels are right up there. The Arvada Rockies, like Rocky and Bullwinkle Rockies. We could be the Flying Squirrels. Yeah, coming in. That's intermission talk. Nick walks in, takes a shot. Blocked down by the goalie. Nick picks up his rebound, trying to center. Arizona on top of him, behind their net, over to Alex. Alex in the corner. Comes up the boards. Nick out to the point, held in by Milky. He steps into the blue line. Backhanded by Calder, back into Alex. Alex trying to center that puck. Over, and the shot goes up and over as Nick was looking to bury one. Coyotes behind their net. Up off the boards. Calder forcing it back into the corner. Centered by the Coyotes and back to center ice. 3-on-2 walking in, completely offside. Okay. I think Milky might have jumped through that net at a referee if they didn't call that offside. They do. 2:25 left to go here. OTT Sports Network bringing it to you from Port Huron, Michigan. Final game of this International Silver Sticks tournament for your Arvada squad. Oh, there's my mic. I might be really quiet. I just found out that my mic had sneaked around. If I was really quiet, turn your TVs up. Now turn them down. Now turn them up. Now turn them down. Now turn them up. Cohen into the corner. Cohen backhand towards the front. Kai loose. Cohen can't get the shot over the pad. Collins still looking for another attempt. Milo kicks that one over. Cohen keeps it into the blue line. They come across. Kai breaks it up at center ice. Turned by Colin. Back over to Cohen. Cohen dangles at the blue line. Takes a shot after the whistle. Too much dingle in the dangle at the blue line. 2-minute warning of the second period. Cohen, Kai, and Colin. Milo and Lexi on the point. Come in offside again. All tangled up there, just trying to force that one through off the face-off. Gonna rinse and repeat. Try this one more time from the same spot. Cohen's out there at the dot. And there's my Dr. Seuss impression for this morning. Kai on the far side. Lexi pushes it back up to Cohen at center ice. Kai knocks that one down. Cohen right down in front of us. Pushing it up to Kai, gets tipped in. Coyotes behind their own net. Breaking that play up. Cohen, Colin, and Kai all on top of it. Cohen turns looking for Colin in front. Going around the far side. Colin into the corner. Goes down. He's going to stay down like he hit his head or something. I don't know if he hit his head or he's holding it. He's up. John in his pants and not his shorts stepping out onto the ice. Colin's up on his own. Colin's going to skate back over to the bench here. He is holding his head. I didn't see how hard he might have fallen on it, but nothing malicious in the corner there. It just went down hard for a play. This one's going to come outside the Coyote zone with the Arvada player being injured, causing the whistle. Evan at the face-off dot out there with Anderson and Ethan. Ethan with the hook gets away with it. Hey, dangle that one across the blue line, keep it onside into Arvada's zone. Anderson up on the boards. Anderson goes hard into that one. Jax circles back, checks up on his own side. Over to Evan. Evan's racing out of the zone with it. Must have lost that one at the blue line, just out of my line of sight there. They whistled that one down offside with just under a minute to go in the second period. 3-1, Arvada trailing against this team from Arizona. Evan leans into this one, pushing it, trying to go forward, gets it back over to Owen. Owen comes across the red line, turns, dumps that one into the far side. Picked up by the Coyotes, they come back through center ice. On the back check is Evan in the far corner. They go up against the boards. Ethan spins back, takes that one. Ethan going up the far side. He's going to take this one wide. 34 seconds left to go. Ethan draws the penalty on that one. Arizona is going to go to the box. Arvada with a power play opportunity. 30.7 seconds left to go. They're trailing by 2. I'm hungry. Had to get up too early for the restaurant to be even open this morning. I know Kai was eating some dry Fruit Loops or something in the back of the truck on the way here and a banana. I didn't get anything. What's more important, the players or the commentators? Maybe the players? Okay, the players. All right, Arizona in front of their net. On the penalty kill, dangling behind their goal line, out to the point, held in by Owen. Owen claps that one up. It gets deflected high over the net. Arizona picks it back up. They ring that off the boards out to the point to Jax. Near side, he dumps that one in over to Ethan. Anderson out front to Ethan. Ethan can't get the shot off, but it's stripped down there by Anderson. Anderson goes down. Centering attempt over to Evan. And that one just gets flipped out. Period is over. Arvada still trailing 3-1 here. Now we're gonna get the Zam coming out, I'm guessing. Zam's coming out. End of the period. Somebody's going to get me a steak. Steak and eggs for breakfast? Tell you what, I'd go back to that Palms Crystal Palm? Palms Crystal? Palms Blue Palms Crystal. Blue Chicken Crystal.
We gotta shout them out. They're a sponsor.
They are a sponsor now officially. After we've been there a couple times.
Chicken in the rough.
Chicken in the rough. I mean, I've done a lot of things in the rough, but the chicken in the rough is one of my favorite there. Crystal Palms?
Palms Bar.
Palms Bar. There's a crystal in there somewhere, I thought. I don't know what. Chicken in the rough, though. Telling you what, if you're ever in Port Huron, Mission, you gotta go get some fried chicken there. Flavor right through, just the right amount of grease. You put that malt vinegar on the fries on the side, you're never gonna be disappointed. Hit it up every time you're in Port Huron, Michigan. Who else we gotta thank?
A lot of people.
We got a list here. It's been a long weekend. We've got a list of people to thank. How about thanking Coach Dick? You're walking through, stepping around.
Hi, babe. Labatt's Blue Light.
Oh, Lab Light.
The Lab Light.
Labatt Blue Light, bringing you all of the energy that your OTT family and all the parents here have been bringing to the rink. All the energy brought to you by Labatt Blue Light.
Freighters. Thank you, Freighters.
And Freighters. Freighters is the restaurant bar that's in our hotel. Quick shout out too. We got to thank Rick. Rick was our server there for the first couple of days, and then Rebecca.
Yeah.
Rebecca served a table. I think there was what was there 106 of us or something. We just kept bringing tables, kept lining them up. Rebecca did the job. She didn't miss one thing except my meal.
Yeah.
My meal got forgotten.
Vintage tab.
And then when she played the credit card game, she pulled mine out of the hat. So actually, no shout out, Rebecca. You forgot my meal and you made me pay for that. Shout out to Rick though, because that guy's got some big arms. He was doing his push-ups. He's got his pipes. Pretty sure he's got a tribal tattoo around that one side, and he's got the Nickelback back tattoo.
He does have a back.
Does he have a back tattoo? Oh, he's got a big back tattoo.
Ryan's Liquors.
Ryan's Liquors. We've already talked about Ryan's Liquor, but
Ryan's Liquor.
you cannot talk enough about Ryan's Liquor. Ryan's Liquor.
Of course, Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire, I've heard of this place. I think it's just across the bridge, that blue bridge we were showing, or Crystal Blue Bridge, or Blue Palms Crystal Bridge. The bridge to Canada, just behind us here. You take that over, hang a left, do a quick donut in the parking lot. You stop off, there's this red triangle that says Canadian Tire in there. You go in to pick up anything you want. For those of you who've never been to a Canadian Tire, get yourself across the border, get your passports filled out, get to a Canadian Tire. Even the diehards of the hardcores are going back in to warm up here. They can't handle the cold. 4 of us left, 5, 6 of us left here. No, now there's going to be 5. Ashley's going to go get me some steak and eggs. That's where she's going. We're not going to talk about the fact that you're going to the bathroom. That's not nice to talk about in the broadcast. I've been called worse. Natasha just said trash. I thought she was trying to get my attention, but she's actually helping clean up the garbage here. As her and Diana leave, and then there was 3.
Keep it classy in Arvada.
Keep it classy, Arvada.
Keep it classy.
Scott's the only one hanging out here with us. There's me and Katie and Scott and everybody else. We've got stolen blankets from the DoubleTree. We've got backpacks. We got books. Borrowed, not stolen. We got Mark Bynum again out there on the Zam ripping around. He's been doing his job all weekend, that's for sure. Who brought a book? Whose book is that?
Milky's.
Oh, okay. Tyson Milky. Like, Milky doesn't know how to read, but I know his son does. He enjoys his books. It's been a weekend, I gotta say. We've had a lot of fun. Everybody that lasts with us here through the intermissions and everything too. Like, wow, you guys really have no lives that you gotta listen to me talk for 15 minutes? There's not even hockey going on? I'm just getting a text from my sister here. My nieces are mentioning us.
Oh, are they?
The girls were talking during the intermission,
Oh,
and I was talking to
taking a break. Go ahead.
Annabelle said, uh-oh, everybody trying to talk. Penny said, Uncle Trevor talks all day long. I don't know who this Trevor guy you talk about is. Harry Havlin's on the mic, though, with you. Good morning, Penny. Good morning, Annabelle. And yeah, I believe that's Charlene in Thailand. She was tuning in from Thailand yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So she's still going to be in Thailand. I can check. I'm going to try one more time to relog into Facebook. See if I can pull more of this stuff up.
We've been struggling with the Wi-Fi, but we just want
Yeah, Charlene Haviland tuning in.
Glacier Point. This complex is amazing.
Glacier Point. That's where we're at right now. It's not Granite Point. Apparently, that's a golf course in Nelson, British Columbia, with a great bar
With an RV park.
and an RV park. We talked about this. Canada is an RV park. Glacier Point has to have one too.
Glacier Point, yeah.
Mark ripping back in his Jeep Zamboni here. The mortgage man. Shout out to the mortgage man. Keeping the ice clean.
Mortgage man is doing a great job.
Where we gotta go here? There it is. 12 comments. Oh, I got some more action now. Many thanks to Harry and Katie for the wonderful job and entertainment this weekend. Katie getting the shout out.
Oh, thank you.
It's all Katie. 1,000%. Scott has nothing to do with it. Even though he's hanging out here with us in the intermission, he really has nothing to do with this broadcast. Moral support.
Oh, thanks, Tom. That was Tom.
That was Tom, yeah.
Thanks, Tom. We appreciate you, Tom. Let's go, Arvada, Anita.
Anita
Charlene's
shouting out.
Charlene's still in Thailand.
Charlene still in Thailand.
Sean Johnson says let's get it back.
Let's get it back. We need to get it back. We got to get at least 2, I think, in order to tie this up. Not a math guy, but 3 minus 1 is not 7. It's just 2. Doing a dance. Is that heater back on?
No.
They shut it back off.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got a poll going on our Facebook page.
Oh, poll going on the Facebook page. We were going to talk about this. I briefly mentioned it in the second period. Arvada needs a name,
There's
right?
Ange.
There's Ange?
Yeah, Angelo's driving the Zamboni.
Oh, Angelo's driving the Zamboni.
Yeah, we got to shout out Angelo on the Zam. He's from, him and his people. Back
Oh, is
home.
he the New
Back
Yorker
home in
that you were talking
Terrytown.
to?
Yeah.
Terrytown, New York. Angelo driving the Zamboni.
we'll get him-
His
we'll
name's
get him.
not really Mark Bynum?
No,
Oh, Mark's just the mortgage man.
just the mortgage man. Ange is the man here. He's the main Zam man here at Glacier Point.
Ange the Zam man.
Killing it.
Angelo from Terrytown, New York.
Angelo.
But we really need your help. We need the OTT Sports Network viewers to help us. We're trying to campaign. We can't be I keep saying the Arvada.
Flying
We're not the
squirrels.
Arvadians.
Flying squirrels.
Katie wants to be the Flying Squirrels. I say we twist it a little bit, make a play on the Rockies. Katie shouting out the Zam driver.
Yeah. He ain't got the McNugget mobile today.
McNugget Mobile's still got a broken
Steve,
auger.
Say hi to your mom. This has been.
We need a name.
We need a name.
So what we're saying, the Flying Squirrels, the Rockies,
and
the
Avalanche.
the Avs. I don't know if we can go with the Avs
Well, they're the
We've-
Junior Coyotes, so why can't we just?
because the Junior Coyotes actually endorse the fact that they're the Junior Coyotes. The Avs. Maybe if we won this tournament, the Avs would let us call us the Avs.
I mean, we can ask them.
I'll make some calls.
Make some calls.
Sax isn't quite up yet this morning, but I'll give him a shout after this game's over. Make sure you watch the broadcast. Arvada's coming out over there. I don't know. Black and yellow. We've got the Sting. We've got a bunch of stuff came up. They are over there. They've got 1 period left to play here in their Silver Stick lives as a PeeWee. For some of them. Some go to Bantam. So I guess some stay in PeeWee and have a chance to come back here next year.
Yeah, that's true.
Other ones go to Bantam and have a chance to come back here too. This isn't just a PeeWee A tournament. It's an everything tournament. You can see the banners all the way across here. I mean, we're talking home of the 2003 PeeWee North American finalists from Phelim, Ontario. We've got the Blue Water Stars 2004 regional champions from Midland, Michigan. Blue Water Bruins PeeWee B squad up there. It's
we're
everywhere.
here in St. Clair, home of Tyler Mott, player for the Toronto Maple, or no, Vancouver Canucks.
Tyler Mott?
Yeah, Tyler
From
Mott's
from
from
here?
St. Clair.
From St. Clair? St.
They have his picture
Are
on
we
the
in
wall.
Are we in St. Clair?
I don't know.
I thought we were in Port Huron. St. Clair's the river.
I saw his picture in the hall, so I just.
Oh, okay. Tyler Mott's picture's in the hall. They must claim it. Maybe this is St. Clair. We are like a mile and a half out of Port Huron.
Close enough.
Players are out on the ice. We still have no refs. They're gonna dump the nets down here.
We don't need them. We're good with that. That was aggressive.
That was aggressive. Ward coming in, and we didn't have refs in the first anyway, so they might have missed a couple of things. But
Kai's gonna put the net on for us.
one of the most entertaining things, I think, is actually watching these Pee Wee players try and lift the net with one hand and put the stoppers underneath. They're buzzing the refs.
Buzzing the refs. Saying, hey guys, we're back.
Arvada stretching out. Arizona stretching out. Heater is off again. I'm still hungry. Nobody brought, all these people, nobody brought me steak and eggs. I'm getting a little disappointed. I mean, the fans have been. Tube steak? Oh, Milky's got tube steak for me.
Players are putting their
Wait a minute.
Look, and even Arizona's putting their own net in.
Arizona putting their net on. Arvada putting their net on. Kai's digging a hole over there.
I don't know how that's working for him, but
Maybe there's a Pokemon under there. He sees it. He's digging for the Pokemon.
oh, we're having a conference at Center.
Charizard? Is Charizard really a Pokemon?
Yeah, they make us warm. That's a fire Pokemon.
It's a fire Pokemon? Oh, nerd. I have no idea.
We're trading pins for center ice right now.
Is that my
Teams
kid?
just, they're chatting each other up. It's like, you guys got those pins? You got any of those pins, man?
Yeah.
The refs are done. They are not coming back out here. We're going to play this third period as shinny. Arvada's going to start on the penalty kill, right? That's us in the box? No, they're in the box. We're on the power play. Yeah. Oh, that was a trip at the end of the period. I remember this now. Yeah. It's been a long time, and I've been talking about nothing for the last 10 minutes.
Since everybody left.
Everybody left. Scott stayed.
Scott stayed.
Moral support.
Moral support. Still no referees.
Still no refs.
Come on, ref. We got a plane to catch this afternoon. We're going to play with a Coyotes glove here. Takes a shot. Oh, off the crossbar. Misses the net with his own glove. Arvada's rallying there over the bench. They still want this. They're only down by 2 goals. Coming out of this tournament with a win would be a big thing for these kids. They want it. We want it. We know that all of you want it. And most importantly, the refs are back on the ice, and you guys only have 15 more minutes of Harry this weekend, and it's all going to be over. We're going to go back to Colorado. I'm not even going to talk about what our next schedule is because I don't have a clue.
We have no idea.
I'm just going to stop talking for a bit, and I'll be all right.
No flipping idea.
Okay, the refs are checking it out. They're making sure that the
making
kids
sure
did a
they're-
good job putting the nets on.
Did their job.
Oh, sorry, I just coughed into my mic. Not on purpose, just out of complete non-recognition for that I'm still mic'd up. "15 minutes left to play in this tournament. Arvada's going to start it on the power play here. They're trailing 3-1 against the Coyotes. We're coming out third period action brought to you by Tim Hortons. Center ice starting this one's going to be Cohen. Out there with Colin and Kai. Jax and Owen on D. Back between the pipes, as always, is number 32, Win. Oh, the ref thinks that the goalpost needs a drink. He's gonna dump a little water over there. The Pokemons are thirsty. Dumping some water into the ice for the hiding Pokemon. Zaja Gore, what would you call him?
I don't know any other Pokemon.
Jar Gabor? Jar Gabor? Pikachu. I've heard of Pikachu before. Cohen across the blue line, picked back up by Kai, going to the far side. I know you guys couldn't hear that, but I'm laughing at, I'm not even going to say it, never mind. Cross the slot, picked up by Arizona, coming out of their own zone, banging it up off the boards, walking in across the Arvada blue line, rips in, takes a shot, pad save over to the far side. Jack's up against the boards. Arizona carries Jack's stick into the corner with him. Cohen behind his own net. Up to Kai. Kai tips that out. Can't get a handle on the puck. Off the boards and back over to Jax. Jax at the blue line. Backhand over to Colin. Colin steps in, taking this one wide, looking to take the shot. Still has it. Tipped in front. Kai on his backhand, diving in front. Goalie looking for it. Cohen's got the loose puck. It's behind the net. Underneath the Arizona player. Arizona's got all the time with it that they want. They put it back out to Owen. And the net's off. Those Pokemon kicked the net off as Owen was about to rifle one in there. I saw it going top cheddar all day long, but the whistle blows. We couldn't get it there in time, and line changes are made here as we're just over a minute into the third period. Evan at the face-off draw. Wins that one back, gets it over to Bo at the point. Bo doesn't handle it, keeps it on in the right side of the blue line, dumps it in the corner. Anderson down, back out to Bo. Goes around, shot there by Evan, gets it to Ethan. Ethan makes the attempt that's blockered down by the goaltender. Evan in the corner, back around to Ethan. Anderson up hard off the boards, all the way down the ice, signaled up there, whistled down, bringing it back into the Coyotes zone with 13:27 left to go here. Third period action in Port Huron, Michigan. Or St. Clair, wherever Katie said we are. I'm not changing where we're at now. It's been 4 days. I'm calling it Port Huron. Evan fighting for that one, trying to sneak in there is Anderson. Ethan in front, gets that sticked into the corner. Ethan chases that one down, shovels it behind the net, picked back up by the Coyotes. They go high off the glass. Right bounce off the stanchion. Anderson can't keep it in the blue line. And the Coyotes dump it in. Milky clearing attempt, picked up by Ethan. They get that one all the way out here. Now Ethan just pushes it a little bit too hard, and Ross, number 17 in white, circles behind his own net over to the far side. Anderson all over that one. And there's gonna be a penalty against Anderson for a trip, as he got his stick accidentally caught up in the skates of that player. Arvada back on the penalty kill here with 12:46 left to go in the game. Line changes, bringing Alex's line out here with Milo and Lexi on the point. Ethan's in the box. I thought that was Anderson. Anderson thought it was Anderson.
Anderson thought it was Anderson. Apparently it's not.
No, it was Ethan in the box. Penalty kill is going to be Calder and Alex. Milo and Lexi. Coyotes circling deep in the Arvada zone. Take that one behind the boards around the corner. Calder pushing it hard, steps around Lexi, walking out of the corner, backhand into the front, takes a shot. Wynn sticks a pad down, gets that one kicked over to the far side. Milo up against the boards, spins it around, just over Calder's stick, but he gets that one into center ice where the Coyotes are resetting. They step back inside their blue line, walking around, gaining some momentum through center ice, making the centering pass, coming in now 4-on-2. Walks in, takes a shot. Wynn gets it, rebounds loose. Another save by Wynn. Third shot goes wide of the net. over for Calder here. 43 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for Arvada.
Nice.
They turn around, dump that one, it's deflected. No icing is called, and the Coyotes got a chance to come out of their own zone. Still on the power play here. They walking out for the next 30 seconds. Lexi turns, dumps that back in. That's offside, but it kills those precious seconds off the clock here. You just calling the Avalanche, or did you say good job, guys?
I said good job, Bucks.
Good job, Lex. Okay. I said good job, Avs. I'm like, okay, no
Flying
more pull
squirrels.
is
Flying
necessary.
squirrels.
Good job, flying squirrels. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. Alex pushing that one forward, back over to the defense by the Coyotes. Coyotes at center ice. Takes the shot, pad save by Wynn. Into the near boards. Up off the corner here is Nick coming out of the zone with it. Nick forcing his way through. Coyotes dive down. Arvada kills off the penalty successfully as the player steps out of the box back into his own bench, and Kai comes out. That was as close as you could possibly ask for, and I don't even know if they knew what was happening, but it all worked out. Up to Nick. Nick across the red line. Nick steps in over the blue line, dumps that one in. Around the far side over to Alex. Coming out of the corner, looking to break that out. Owen turned back the other way as the puck slowed down on him. They take a shot from way outside. That one comes up high and Wynn blockers it down. Coyotes at the top of the circle, spinning and swinging. Nick pushing him into the corner, over for Owen again behind the net, deep behind his goal line, trying to backhand this one through the play. Coyotes can't get it out in front, and Kai's got it on the far side. Kai dumps that one into center ice, couldn't find Evan. Coyotes come back in, they're offside. Just checking up here, Cohen's line now out there with Bo and Milky on defense. Arizona trying to push their way into the Arvada zone. That one's won back over to Colin. Colin turns, dumps it down. Goalie comes out to play it, gets it back over to the stick. Cohen fires that through the crease. Arvada not able to get there. Arizona picks it out, coming out with a head of steam across center ice, gains the blue line, walking in, coming in hard. Milky holds him up. Milky breaks that play up, comes out behind his own net with a puck. Arizona player goes hard into the boards. They caught an edge and went in. Looks to be in some discomfort. I think he caught an edge.
I don't know. Milky didn't look. Who knows?
Player is definitely hurt over there. Couple of people back there tending to him. He's gonna get up, he's gonna get some applause, some stick taps here. But it looks like he's going off the ice. Or is he coming back to the bench? No, he's going to come back to the bench. He's going to skate this one off. Going to be all right. Being helped off the ice here. He's going to work that knee off. We're going back into Arvada zone here for, no, they got to bring this one outside. That should be outside here for the face-off. The player is getting back to the bench, looking to be okay. 10 minutes left to play in this game. Arvada still trailing 3-1. We haven't had any goal action in a long time. Arvada looking to put one more on the board, crawl their way back into this game. Arizona keeping them out of the... Oh, sorry, I was looking over there. Arizona keeping them off of the score clock so far, but Cohen Kai calling out there with Milky and Bo trying to change that here. Colin at the face-off dot. Cohen at the face-off dot. Winning that forward, picked up by Arizona. Coming in on the far side, Bo tips it up off the blue line on the boards. Over to Cohen. Picked up by Arizona. Arizona takes a shot. Wynn makes the save. Into the corner to Arizona. Cohen battling for that one. They go down hard. Cohen rips that around the boards, gets it all the way out of the zone, picked up by Arizona, the blue line. Kai picks it up, looking to take the shot. Colin has it. Colin rips one into the gut of the goalie. He hangs on to that one. Couldn't have put it any more square into the jersey. 9:24 left to go. Evans line taking the dot deep in the offensive zone. Lexi and Milo on defense with them. Over to the front to Anderson. His stick was tied up and Arizona picks that one up. Coming out to the point. Hammered back in by Milo around the boards. Ethan stepping into that centering pass over to Evan. Gets picked up by the Coyotes. Out to the point to Lexi. Lexi tips that one in. Coyotes turn it around, coming in 3-on-2 the other way. Back checking there. Hard was Evan breaking the play up. Lexi off the boards back to the Coyotes at center ice. Circling at the blue line. They tripped over the blue line apparently because no call is on the play, but they walk in. Lexi gets a stick on that. Now she's racing down, just turns, shoots it into the player. And they step out. Interference against the Coyotes. 8:37 left to go. Arvada back on the power play here. It's still 3-1. Nothing's changed since the last time I said that 13 seconds ago.
Ethan.
Well, the heater's back on. That's why I got this extension on my mic today. Getting warmed up a little bit. Leave Katie over in the boonies all by herself. Running the camera. Power play unit on the ice. Alex, Calder, and Nick. Alexi and Milo. Short-handed rush here by the Coyotes. They're going to come in, break through. On the break, Lexi dives for it. Wynn dives across. Gets a pad in the way. Breaking that out is Calder on the far side. Turned into Wynn. Wynn plays it back over to the corner. Milo up off the boards to Alex. Alex to Nick. Nick at center ice. Could have turned on the Jets and went between them. Tried to go around them, and the Coyotes kick it out. Milo backhand inside the Coyotes zone. Coyotes to center ice. Shorthanded across the red line. Turn, step in, fire that one. 46 seconds left to go in this power play. Milo over to Calder. Calder's got Nick with them. They've got some speed. Calder coming through. Passes it up to Nick. Nick drops it back to Calder. Calder spins. Top of the circle. Takes a shot. Puts that in the glove of the attendee. Hanging on to it. 30 seconds left to go in the power play. Ugh. Power play unit number 2 out there. That's Cohen, Kai, and Calder with Jackson Owen. Colin from his knees. Backhanded out there by the Coyotes. Cross center over to Jax. Jax at the blue line, tipped up by Cohen into the zone. They turn, flip that one. Just out of Owen's reach. They're going to say he tipped it. He didn't touch it, but it's not coming back to the goal line anyways. Owen off the boards. Up to Colin. Colin to Cohen. Cohen back to Colin. Onto the far side, looking for Kai. Kai can't find the puck on his stick. Centering pass to Cohen. Blocked down by the goalie and turned around by the Coyotes. Arizona cross center ice. Gaining the Arvada territory. Flips that one in. Wynn gets a pad, a glove, and a stick on it. Keeping it 3-1. 6:47 left to go. 5-on-5 hockey action here in the third period. Port Huron, Michigan. Final game of the International Silver Stick Tournament. Evan, Anderson, Ethan, Owen, and Jax. Flipped up there. Anderson kicks it to himself. They get it out of the zone. Evan up to Ethan. Evan stays on side. Ethan comes in, takes a shot. Flips that one. The puck is loose in front. Nobody there for the rebound. They put it behind their own net. Turn it back out to the point, held in by Owen. Owen turns, fires, looking for the tip. Anderson was in the right position. Couldn't get the stick on it. Ethan on the far side. Ethan banged off the puck, held in by Jax. Jax turns, hammers one towards the front. Rebound, another shot, saved by the goaltender. Anderson crashing for that one. A fury of shots here by Arvada, trying to get one in there, trying to claw their way back. They're still down by 2 with 6:16 left to go. Evan battling is what I want to say, and I said Evelyn. It's been too long of a weekend for Harry. Out to the point, Arizona clears. Bo now chasing this down. Number 8 coming in with some heat. Going into the corner. Backhanded back to his partner and then swung around the other side for Milky. Milky coming up the near boards. Pushing it out, gets it across the blue line. Ethan trying to find that one. Evan and Bo back into their own zone. Bo backhands that out to the Coyotes who are stepping in. Ethan gets a stick on it, kicking it back over to Anderson. Anderson back to Evan, couldn't get it out. It's in front of the net. Milky stops that one, and Ethan comes the other way. Ethan tips it up ahead of himself. He's looking towards the front of the net. Anderson's off the side and not in front of the net. Nuts not held in, recognized, and then Milky puts it back in. Oh. Ethan didn't recognize that the puck actually slipped out. He was waiting for that pass in. It came out. It's offside. It's 5:17 left to go here in the third period. 3-1, the Coyotes over Arvada. Alex over to Calder off the draw. Calder comes across the blue line. They're on side. He backhands that one into the corner. Chasing it down behind the net is Alex. Over to the near side for Nick. Nick back out to the point to Milky. Milky Toons shoots. That one goes wide. Arizona fires that all the way down the net. Milky's trying to get rid of the icing, but he chases it down hard. Can't catch that puck in time, and they're going to have to call the icing, and they're bringing it all the way back down to Arizona's side of the rink. It's the hardest I've seen him skate. He was moving. Don't ice it, don't ice it. Oh, it's icing. I can't see that's the hardest I've seen him skate. He's been playing hard all weekend. He has been moving. He's been wheeling. This whole team has been doing great. I'm proud of every one of these players that's out on the ice right now, stepping up to play some big boy hockey up here at this international tournament. They have not disappointed us in any way whatsoever. Calder on the far side. They keep that on side. Jax backs him up over at the point. Calder goes down for it. Arizona can't clear the puck. Nick backhand back over to Calder. Trying to find Nick. Nick on the boards. Jax holding it in. Jax dangles around to Nick. Nick loses the backhand on it. Trying to get it back. Stepping into that was Milo. They turn, fire that one all the way down. That's another icing call. We're winding down to the last 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go with this tournament. Arvada still trailing the Coyotes 3-1. Cohen slides back out there with Owen and Bo to the front. Cohen turns, tunes, and shoots. I said tunes twice. In front, Cohen with another one. Buries it right into the guts of the goalie, who's hanging on to that one. Another whistle blown. Cohen squaring up. Offensive zone face-off. Back over to Colin. Colin turns. Rifles one. Kai's wide open in front. Puts a bouncing rebound off to the side of the net. Over to the Coyotes. They come out with some speed going around through center ice. Colin getting back on top of that one. Stick handling around Bo's glove. It's not Bo's glove. Whose glove is that?
It's from the bench.
It's from the bench. In behind the net. Owen fighting for that. The Coyotes can't get it centered. Cohen's up off the boards, just at a Kai's reach. There's no deflection on that one. It goes across the red line, and it's going to be icing. Ripping it back down deep here. Oh, there's still 5 players out there. I'm like, we don't have a penalty. I just didn't see Anderson sneaking in off the bench on the far side. He was hiding behind the ref. Owen gets that one out. They recognized that right away. As soon as he hammered it in, he tilted his head back and goes, that's going to be intentional. We're bringing that one all the way back down the ice. Arvada still has some time here. The fans trying to get behind him. I hear one cowbell and a lot of just tired faces. Will Farrell is giving us more cowbell, dancing around, trying to get the fans into this game. Everybody's tired. Early morning here. 3:15 left to go. Arvada pushing hard in the offensive zone. Spun back out by the Coyotes. They hammer that off the boards. Take it down across the red line for another icing call.
We've got 24 people on YouTube.
24 people watching us on YouTube.
Say hi to Arizona.
Welcome to Arizona's got to be tuning in. We got all kinds of fans from Arizona now too. We love it. Welcome to the OTT Sports Network. Arizona is tuning in. They're here watching their team up over Arvada right now, 3-1. Evans at the faceoff dot. Arvada. Back out to Jackson. Hammers that one. Blocked out at the blue line. Arizona trying to turn that back around. Racing back for it was Ethan. Ethan up off the boards. Flips it in, going into the corner, chasing it down. Number 4 for Arizona gets back there first. Evan behind the net, trying the wraparound. Blocked over by the goalie. Kicking this one out to the point. They can't hold the blue line in. Milky's backing up. Waiting to get onside. Flips that to the far side to Ethan. He loses that in his skates. Now they're coming in one-on-one against Jackson. Passing it to the slot. Looking to break this one in. Back out to the point. They hold it in. Take the shot from the blue line. Tip it in. Wynn makes a save. But Jackson's now forcing it over to the far corner. Out to the point. Ethan makes that back pass over to Evan. Evan back up to Ethan. Ethan kicks it off his skate, going into the corner. Number 4 plays that play in the right position. Anderson can't get it. Arizona behind their own net, coming around. Just about 2 minutes left to play here in this game. Arvada's trying to claw back that 3-1 deficit, 2-goal deficit. Jax at his own blue line. Jax goes hard up against the boards. Coyotes kick that back out. Players down at center ice. I didn't see what happened at all. There's going to be a trip on somebody. Oh, Jax is getting a tripping call. I didn't see the play. Glad the player's all right. He skates back to his bench on his own will. Arvada on the penalty kill with 1:50 left to go here. They're trailing by 2 and desperately trying to claw their way out of this. Once again, thank you to all the fans that were here all weekend long in the stands, early morning, late nights, cold rinks. This is what we do. The parents are unbelievable, making the big trip up here. Thank you to everybody who's been tuning in, getting up on your early mornings, your late nights.
Lexi needs to change, guys.
Lexi's changing. Nobody recognizes it. Bo steps out now. Taking the shot. That one gets deflected high. His caller's trying to even this up shorthanded. Even this up. Get within 1 shorthanded. Close enough. Math guy is not this guy. Coming out to the Coyotes. 4-on-2 the other way. Walking across the blue line. drop pass over to 20, takes a shot. Wing gloves it down, kicking it into the corner. Backhanded out. Coyotes at the top of the circle, out to the point, walking the blue line, flipping that into the near corner. Back to the slot, stepping into that one is Milo. And now Alex is out the other way. 3-on-2. Alex racing. Alex trying to find Calder. Coyotes pick it up. 33 seconds left to go in the penalty. 51 seconds left to go in the game, in the tournament, in the period. Coyotes clear their zone out to center ice. Milo back out to the Coyotes. Coming across the blue line. They got another attempt here as they're walking in wide. 4-on-2. Up and over. Arvada making a change. Stepping on is Nick. Nick steps past. That one goes down against the boards. They kick that one out. Penalties over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey for the last 18 seconds of the tournament. Turn hammered up. That's going to be icing. They're going to call it with 7.8 seconds left to go. Let me go back to thanking all of you, thanking everybody that was here. We had a blast. Every one of those sponsors that we've been bringing up, the Tim Hortons, the Canadian Tires, the DoubleTree, they are all going to be with us forever. We had a lot of fun here this weekend. We're going to make the long trip back down to the Detroit airport. Some of us get a chance to stick around a little bit longer with those later flights. Some of us just have to rush there, get on the plane, head home. Back to reality tomorrow morning. Arvada is going to drop this one 3-1 against Arizona in their final game. Fans still giving a hand here to their squad, to the other squad, playing in this consolation game so early in the morning. International Silver Sticks tournament has been worth it. We've had some fun. But now it is all over. The kids are going to shake hands. I thank you. The OTT Sports Network thanks you. Everybody here thanks you. We thank all the sponsors, all the people that put this game together, or the tournament together, the concession people, the super secret Wi-Fi people that we finally got that password. We're not telling you anything about Angelo. I said his name. Oh, it's all over. On behalf of the OTT Sports Network, one more time, thank you, and Harry Haviland is signing out.